Hey guys, this is your boy Gabin N. I'm here once again to show you how to factorize. And remember, this time we'll be using difference of perfect squares. Difference of perfect squares. So we have seen in the previous video, the first method was common factor, and now we are looking at difference of perfect squares. And our last method will be grouping. However, with this second method, which I will be sharing, is difference of perfect squares, right? And the formula that we'll be using is a squared minus b squared is equal to a minus b, or a plus b factor of a minus b, depending on, you can change the order because multiplication is common, right? So now, looking at that, our first example is x squared minus 16, x squared minus 16, right? X squared minus 16, and we have got 12y squared minus 1200, and x plus 3 squared minus 4. Now, this is the hint. How do you approach this type of question? What you do first is this. First of all, identify your a and b. You can see in the formula we've got a and b. The first step is identify your a and b. Identify a and b. Let's do that. So in the first one, so this is our a and this is our b. So this is our a and this is our b. Now the formula says it's a plus b minus a plus b. However, with our a, look at here, a was just a itself. They did not take the square, so it was a plus b minus a plus. So here we won't take the square as well, but we have identified b. Is this b correct? Nope, it's not correct. So what do? What you do is this. You have to rewrite this as x squared minus 4 squared, because here b was squared, so you have to transform whatever expression that you have to make it look like a squared minus b squared. Here I've done that, a squared minus b squared. Now here I can peacefully say this is my a and this is my b, right? You can see this is my a and this is my b. So the next line, what you have, I'm gonna write both these so they don't confuse people thinking that over 2 over a or b. However, that's our a and that's our b. Now here what you have is, you then have x, which is a plus b plus 4 factor of a minus b, which is x minus 4. Yeah, that's the answer, right? See how simple it is. However, the most important thing is identify your a and b. If it's not straightforward, then rewrite that, transform whatever expression that you were given to make it look like a squared minus b squared. And that way it's easy to identify your a and b, and then just apply the formula. It's a plus b factor of a minus b. Now the next one is very important and interesting as well, because it's not straightforward. Look at here. Y is squared. Yeah, I agree, this y is squared, which is good, is like a. However, what do we do with this 12? And then here we can't, there's no squared here. So if this is a b but there's no squared, we need to do something here. What do? So we need to transform all of this. How do we do that? What we can do is, remember the first method was looking at our common factors, huh? The first thing here to do is common factor. Find common factor. So we have 12y squared minus 1200 is the same as 12 times 100. And when you do that, you then have the common factor. You see, you then have the common factor. And when you get the common factor, then what you just do is take out the common factor, 12, and then you have y squared minus 100. And this one, again, I'm seeing my a, but then this is not my b because it's not squared. So I need to do something again. You see how it's a process. 12, then you have y squared minus 10 squared. There we go, because we know that 100 is the same as 10 squared. So when you do that, now you have your a and your b, so which becomes easier. Then and our final answer should look like this: 12. And here we have a plus b, a plus 10, factor of a minus b. So that's our answer, guys. Remember, looking at apply everything that we have learned so far, right? If you can't see the perfect square straight, find the common factors. Once you have done common factors, look the expression that you have. If it's not simplified yet, again identify your a and b. If you have to rewrite that, do so that you transform the expression that you have to identify a and b. They have to be in that form: a squared minus b squared. And that's what we did here. Now let's look at the last one. The last one is very interesting because we have got all of this squared and this. Now all of this squared, it doesn't matter what I care is about a could be anything. Here they just say a could be anything, a could be anything. Since a could be anything, then this means our x plus 3 is our a, right? And then this is our b. Really? No, it's no, because we have to transform this. There's no square on that, so we have to transform that. You don't add the square, because if you add the square, it will be 4 squared, which is 16. That's not correct. However, you got to transform this so you don't lose the value, you don't increase or decrease, but then you keep the same expression. How do you transform 4 to make it square? We know that 2 squared is equal to 4. So what you do here on the next line, you have x plus 3 squared minus 2 squared, which is the same as x plus 3, right? Sorry, I'm gonna stop here. So remember, now you can see this is our a, as I mentioned, and this is our b. Now we can apply the formula, so it's a plus b times by a minus b. So a plus b, this is our a, and then you put the plus b, so a plus b, a plus b times by a minus b and then we don't leave like this. This could be correct, however we can simplify this, right? We can simplify this and have x, we know 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 5, and then the next one you have x, 3 minus 2 is just plus 1, and that's our answer. Well, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you're learning something. And if you have any question, leave right down in the comment section. And to summarize this, remember, we look at this method is difference of perfect square. If you can't identify the a squared minus b squared, what do? You rewrite or transform the expression that you were given to make it look like a squared minus b squared. And if you can't do that, then maybe look at the common factors, taking something out, putting something out of the expression, so that you can make it look like a squared minus b squared. And once you have done that, as we saw this question, then you can apply the formula that you have a plus b as a factor of a minus b. And remember, a could be anything, as we just saw here. Here a was x plus 3. It's not just x by itself or 3 by itself. No, it's whatever is under the brackets to be squared. That's the value of a, right? A could be anything. So thank you guys. If you haven't subscribed, do so, and I will see you in next videos. Thank you.